location. Sort my life out.
All over the counter, though.
Well, it wouldn't be a... Can't have that there, can we?
What episode is this? 12?
12.
Dozen.
Yeah. And I've got a runny nose, and this is the only tissues we have.
It's a 300-metre roll of toilet paper.
Yep. So let's see if we can get through this today during the podcast. Obviously, we've had a bunch of messages throughout last podcast talking about how we should change the format. So we're going to do a ad hoc change. This is one of those special toilet rolls that doesn't have a start or a finish. It's an infinite toilet roll. Yeah, so we'll do some stuff differently today. So what I want to do to start with was just going to talk about a bit about what's going on in the world of turf. The team have put together a competition of Rate My Lawn. Dylan has already wasted our entire marketing budget on this whiteboard. And yeah, maybe we can go toilet paper Dry's car before we leave.
Yeah.
So, Live.
So
1 week
excited.
from now.
1 week from now.
Talk to me about your excitement. Why are you excited?
Some of the best players in golf will be in Adelaide.
Whoa.
No,
Not all of the best players.
No, I said some.
Okay, cool. I don't want to upset anyone that
No,
believes
you know what? I'm past that point now. Whilst I was watching the Masters last week, which, mind you, isn't an event governed by the PGA Tour.
Does it count towards the world rankings?
It does, yep. But it is not governed by the PGA Tour nor the DP World Tour. None of the majors
You say
are.
DP World Tour?
Yeah, DP World Tour.
As in double penetration?
As in the golf league that used to be called the European Tour is now called the DP World Tour.
That's silly.
DP, I don't know exactly. But anyway, what I was getting to...
I can tell you what it means.
I know what your version of DP means. Oh, he's got fuck me dead. Now complete. Yeah, so
World governing bodies.
yeah, none of the majors, the 4 major golf tournaments are governed by the PGA Tour, the Live Tour, the DP World Tour. They're not. They're absolutely got nothing to do with them. It's about bringing the best players in the world of golf to the same locations. Now, I think that these commentators that have their own opinions on whether or not the Live Tour should be there should really be questioning whether or not the PGA Tour player should be there because it's not even governed by them. So,
Yeah. So what do you reckon, Masters? What's it called, the Masters?
the Masters, yeah,
Who should play there then? Just like Condoleezza Rice.
the
and
best
you?
players in the world.
No. If it can't be like if it's live in that, you just like it'll be the top 199 to 300.
Well,
That 100.
I think the Masters do a very good job of it because it's invite only.
Yeah.
So a lot of it's invite only. That like Wakar Neiman, who's I think he's the number 1 player on the Live Tour at the moment. He got an invite. So I think the Masters did the right thing by inviting the right people and getting the best players in the world. The other 3 majors you can qualify. You and I could even try and qualify for them. That's how open they are. So it is a representation of the best players of golf. But yes, I think some of the commentators just got a bit ahead of themselves. They were throwing out wacky stats that the PGA Tour did better at the Masters if you base a game on percentage, which we all do, the Live Tour was actually more successful based on percentage. So, and I know they're having fun next door,
Yeah.
but be quiet.
I'm just going to message the Lawnhub staff and say, hey, Jai, shut the fuck up.
But no, so we're going to have, some of the best players in the world of golf here next week in Adelaide. We're going to have John Rahm, who
Is not the same person as the guy that won the Masters.
apparently, according to the commentators,
I thought it was the same guy.
who knows?
No, I thought it was. I'm like, hang on a sec. These two people are in the same photo. This is like when.
Scotty Scheffler.
This is like how we've never seen Humphrey B. Bear and Bill Cosby in the same photo,
that's right? Yeah, or me and Superman. But
so why are you excited? So you enjoy watching golf?
I love watching golf, and I think the reason why the Live Tour has done such, like in America and
Why don't you
Europe.
fucking marry the Live Tour? Come on, mate.
If Norman wants to get me involved on the board, I'll happily do it.
You'll probably meet him this week. Next week.
Yeah, we met him last year. It was pretty cool.
Sign my hat. Well,
Yeah.
sign someone else's hat that became my hat.
The reason why the Live Tour has done so well in places like Australia and Asia is because the PGA Tour doesn't go to places like that. So
because the PGA Tour is like the
40
AFL, right?
Yeah. Well,
Like
it's
a
the
Victorian.
46
It's a Victorian football league that like throws a bone every now and then to other states.
So 46 events last year, the PGA Tour were in America.
Yeah.
So how's a fan in Australia supposed to experience that without flying halfway across the world?
Well, to be honest, who cares? Australia's got like 25 million, 28 million.
No,
people.
it doesn't. But if they're trying to make golf more, I don't want to use
the live tournament wouldn't come here if it wasn't financially worth it.
Well, it hasn't made any money in the first 3 years. So
Why would they come here? Just the weather?
just because people in
To
Australia
get access to Fisher?
deserve to watch professional
Yeah, I don't know.
golf.
There's
Best
got to be
players
more
in the
to it
world.
than that.
Maybe, but who knows? But I think it's very exciting. Hopefully the weather's going to turn on, which I think it will. Cause,
Yeah, it'll be 28 to 30. No, it won't be that much. I reckon it'll be like 26 to 28.
Yeah, it was early 20s when I checked this morning. So
Yep, we'll get whoever's booking in the weather. Let's just get that locked in.
yeah,
And for people that are listening that don't know, WaterPro, which is one of the other companies underneath the Hectagon banner with Lawnhub, has a really good relationship with Rowan and his team at the Grange, and so we'll be sponsoring or cooking breakfast for the ground staff Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and it's a really good way for us to get access to behind the scenes. We get to see stuff like you obviously got to have a photo with Mr. Cameron Smith last year.
That was pretty cool.
Sign your hat.
Yeah.
Which is cool. And he didn't need to do that. A good human being, but everyone that kind of follows golf knows that already. I haven't seen the golf course since I was there 3 or 4 weeks ago.
I saw a thing about it on Facebook, but I went to Drummond Golf just down the road here to get new golf shoes yesterday, and they said that the rough isn't as thick as it was last year. So remember how last year it was really, really quite spongy? Or you might have been in your corporate seat.
Yeah, I don't remember my feet getting dirty. They carried me from my car to the corporate facility. What? Calm down. There's people getting there in helicopters.
No,
not that fancy.
Bubbles got in my throat. That's all.
So that's on. What else has gone on? Footy.
Yeah, gather round.
The footy ball.
That was quite. I mean, gather round wasn't as exciting for me as it would be for some others, but I understand that golf isn't exciting for others as well. So, but good for the state.
I found myself watching the Masters on TV.
Yeah,
it was on KO. I don't know. Celeste. I think one of the kids had baseball going, and then it just finished, and then the golf came on. I was like, oh, okay.
No, it was another good tournament. There's a lot of comments in the media that it was a boring Masters and that Scotty Scheffler's a boring golfer, but I think what he did was quite incredible.
Because he played safe and won.
He didn't play safe. He just played really good golf.
Chased it.
Yeah, played really good golf.
And then gather round. That was on.
Yeah.
Obviously, as the weather cools down, it's really going to be AFL now. And
yeah, the A-League. When do they go? Summer? I think they're a summer sport, aren't they?
Sure, soccer. Anyway,
don't know.
Not really. We're probably not the two best people to be talking about that.
Nope.
So we'll do some questions now. Are we giving anything away today? Is that up to me? Well, after everyone said that the podcast was shit last week, I've kind of lost interest.
I don't think they said it was shit. It was just constructive criticism, which we were in agreement in.
All right, we've got some questions here. Now, so what we're going to do in the interest of keeping it fresh is if there's questions that have kind of been asked a lot, we may avoid them or we'll move through them fast just so that we're keeping it interesting. And next week, we will both be at Live on the Friday, so we probably won't do a live podcast, but we will probably record a podcast before that will go live on the Friday. And then I think after that, we're in May.
Yes.
I'm playing with some ideas around a very interactive giveaway. I'm not sure what I want to give away. I'd be interested if anyone can comment in the comments on the live at the moment, like
what they want.
What gets your motor running, and it can't be illegal. But, we give away, say, I don't know, Apple headphones and people are like, oh, yeah, that's great.
Yeah, no one claimed
I'm a 12-year-old girl. But then, if we give away a Swordman or if we give away Tesla or, like, what is it? Like, what's going to get people going? That will make me happy in the world of lawns. Is it, like, 200 Ego batteries? and just give them to one person.
I think you'd be on some list if you did that.
You reckon? Like too much lithium?
Yeah.
Oh, no. We're not going to go down that rabbit hole. Might find some 6-year-olds mining.
Like we said before, Clint, the truth hurts. Just because it's the truth doesn't mean it should be censored.
Oh, gosh. All right, so let's get into some questions. Try and help those of you at home. Actually, what I might say beforehand is obviously we had a few messages this morning from people that were kind of upset with our customer service or our interaction on our chat. We do our best, and we've obviously got people that are in general answering questions outside of work hours because they care. And sometimes the messages can be quite abrupt or short, and when we look back on it, Monday morning quarterback kind of situation, we're looking at it going, oh fuck, we probably should have been a little bit more expansive or a little bit more polite, I guess. And so if you're getting, I guess, really bluntly, getting an answer that's blunt's probably better than not getting an answer at all. And I was looking at some of the other lawn care companies' socials yesterday, and there's questions that haven't been answered from 26 weeks ago. Yeah. So I know that's like fuck normal and don't compare yourself to others and all that, but it's probably, I'm just in a bit of a, because I got 2 this morning, I was like, but then we're responding to 100 a day, then 2 a year is probably not that crazy. Oh, I shouldn't have had that Indian food.
I thought you had a U-Foods mood.
Yeah, it was a butter chicken.
Oh, okay.
All right, let's get into the questions. Ricky Bernardino on YouTube. Howdy, fellas. Love the pods. Oh, there you go. We got one fan.
Yes.
Planning for a new lawn in October in Western Sydney. Not northern, southern, Western Sydney. And northern fucking... Anyway, you get it. I'm thinking either Zoysia or Buffalo. What is the better underlay, washed sand or 80-20? Better turf, ? It's got decent traffic. Yeah, this is something that's probably not getting talked about enough, is the sub... and I know last week you said like foundation building, that kind of shit, but there is no real... It's almost like choosing your turf, right? Choosing your substrate.
Oh, it's more important than the turf in most. Like, it's an area in which... And you see it on commercial job sites with irrigation. Irrigation's the last thing that's thought of. And if the budget's tight, then you rip the irrigation out. Same in a lawn care setting. The irrigation and the soil is probably the 2 things that are last thought about, and they just want to get the lawn that's most appealing or the thing that's going on social media at the time. So in terms of which soil to go with, I mean, depends what you're trying to achieve. So... I mean, I'm a very big fan of having a sandy substrate, but then I'm also not against having an 80-20. I mean, I'd happily say out of 100 people that are properly prepping soil, I'd say probably 95% of them are going to be an 80-20 or a 70-30. And I suppose the people that are chasing something differently because it's A, that's what it's only available to them at the time, or B, it's because they're trying to have that golf course feel. Will go with sand. So there's really no wrong answer here. If you're looking to hold a bit more moisture, then the 80-20 is going to hold that little bit more moisture than a wash sand, as typically sand, if it's a wash sand, it's going to drain a lot faster, and the properties in it are just going to not allow it to hold moisture as long. So you'll find that you need to water more frequently compared to an 80-20, potentially fertilise more than an 80-20, but in a home setting, they're probably very marginal. Like, we're talking like less than maybe 5 to 10%. Whereas on a golf course, if they were to make that decision, we're talking acres and acres versus, potentially 100 square metres. So I actually toyed with the idea of ripping all my front yard up and just putting straight wash sand down, because that's something that I want to do, because I like sandy soil, but that's only because that's what I like. It's not what everyone has to do. But in terms of Buffalo Zoysia, 2 very different lawn varieties, because Buffalo is going to be a lot thicker blade, potentially more shade tolerant. I'm not saying it's going to grow in the shade, but if you've got trees to compete with, it's going to be more shade tolerant. The wear of buffalo is pretty good. I mean, the one at Railways seems to be holding up all right after barbecues and stuff like that.
Yeah, I was gonna. When you said that, my first thought was that no one walks on it, but it does get the mat on it. And
It's probably the most stepped on lawn at Railways.
Yeah.
To be honest. And zoysia is typically a more appealing looking lawn for those that like a finer blade, but it takes longer to repair, slower growing. So I suppose if you do your own pros and cons, if you like the look of something better, then go with that. But if you want something that would be able to withstand the traffic a bit more, not saying that zoysia doesn't withstand traffic, because it does, but it handles it in a different way to that of a buffalo. So if it was from a personal front, I'd go...
Sorry, this is going to be all day.
A wash sand base with zoysia, because that's what I like. But I understand that buffalo has a really strong presence within the lawn industry, especially on the East Coast.
Bigger leaf solar panel for the shade tolerant.
Potentially, yeah. I mean, yeah. But, yeah. Everyone knows how I feel about buffalo. I know it's got a place, but it's not my favourite. It's not my first choice of turf, let's put it that way.
I would say it's my last choice of turf.
Yeah, I wouldn't even have it in the conversation unless...
Anyone see where my hay fever tablet
Rennie went?
No, it's a hay fever tablet. I'm a mess.
No idea.
I'm a real mess today. I don't know what's going on. I've had a big week, and
You've been working all week.
I was going to say that I probably haven't done this much. What would you call it? Like office work. I'm usually doing walk around, talk shit work.
Hurricane Clint come through.
Cyclone, hurricanes. I guess as we move into the US.
So yeah, hopefully that answers your question.
Yeah, I reckon. Surely your zoysia is going to repair faster if you've got issues.
It is typically a slower growing grass, though. That's one thing to consider.
You know, it's funny. We were saying before. I was saying before about like the questions. There's so many questions, and you know, the reality is there's a fuckload of questions again. And obviously, if people are taking the time to ask them, I think that it would be disrespectful not to TikTok. This podcast is like watching grass grow. TikTok.
That's what we're going for.
Ever reliable. Yeah, we'll kind of. I think that if for today, if we've got the questions, we'll answer them, and then if we do look at changing the platform and how we operate with them, we'll do that after today. I'm not hungover as well. That was one of the comments.
11 weeks. 11 weeks?
It must be 10 or 11. I don't know. I think if you're going, I guess if you've got a drinking problem and then you're able to forget how many days it's been, it's almost like you've done it for different reasons. I think in the past where I'd stop drinking, it would be like, I know it's been 68 days and I'm going to try and get to 100 and then I'm going to fucking light it up. Yeah, last night I was pretty close to drinking actually.
Well, that's what happened last time, wasn't it? When you went to the beach.
That was an Ed Sheeran concert.
Oh, Ed Sheeran concert, yeah.
We had, I used to call these things all you can drinks, but they're actually called I think they're called like a package, like a food and beverage package, but I used to call it all you can drink. So we had Ed Sheeran tickets with an all you can drink package. And Mudge had 4 150 lashes in plastic cups in one of those things. And I was like, oh man. And I think I'd been 45 days. I think it was the New Year and it was Valentine's Day. And I was like, oh, yeah. He's like, I have one. I'm like, oh. Like, yeah, fuck it. And just necked it. And then necked another one. And then it was on 20 beers later. So
we've all been there.
That's, yeah, I half feel like that's what Liv's going to be like on Friday. We've got an all you can drink situation there.
Yeah, I was thinking last night, I was like, because I still want to get my car there, but then like how do I get it home if I've been like, you know, you just find somewhere to get, because no one can come pick me up. I'm in the complete opposite direction of everyone else that's going there.
Could you drive in on Friday and then get home somehow Friday morning, Friday after the thing, and then catch a train back or whatever?
Oh, that's an idea.
On this, because you're coming back in on
Saturday.
I'll come and then you just don't drink on Saturday.
Yeah.
And then just leave your car in the ground overnight. Because they won't care. Well,
that could be an idea.
I'm telling them they won't care. Probably should fucking send a politely worded email to someone and ask about it. But yeah.
Or I just don't drink and enjoy the day and drive home. That could be an option. It's probably the safest and smartest, to be honest.
Very mature. But it's not doing the all-you-can-drink thing that's part of it.
No, but, you know,
Will your dad get on it?
I don't know. He's been off it since his heart surgery, so.
Yeah, heart attacks and shit.
Mm.
That definitely will have an impact. Apparently, early heart attacks, not so much.
Mm. But I don't know. I'm still feeling good. Still losing. I've lost 8 kilos this year, so.
I think I've managed to catch up. I've found that I'm eating more white chocolate macadamia cookies.
Yeah, okay. So you've shifted from the bowls of ice cream
Yeah, I've stopped eating bowls of ice cream at night. I forgot about
to
that.
white chocolate macadamia.
Yeah. Anyway, not what people are here to listen to. They want us to answer questions. So yeah, Lee Cox on Facebook. No, not been on the Terps. I just found my sunnies and put them on before. I don't know what that was about. We also have studio lights pointing at our face.
And they're blaring today.
So
I'm going to get sunburn.
plus it's my thing. Right? Like a poor man's Casey Neistat. Do you know who that is?
Fuck no.
All right, cool. Like a poor man's Bert Kreischer. Yep. Hey lads, this is from Gletters Hill on IG. It's a mushroom related question, and I know we get this a lot, but mushrooms growing in shaded areas of my lawn, good or bad?
Neither good or bad. Oh, I mean, it's more good than bad. It's not bad at all, to be honest. I've absolutely butchered this answer. So let's start again. Mushrooms, yeah. Mushrooms growing in low light conditions in grass is fine. It just means that there's microbial action or fungus action happening within the soil. There's organic matter breaking down in the soil, which is providing really good environment for fungus such as mushrooms to grow, and mushrooms in lawn, unless they're growing in big rings, are completely fine.
David Giddens on YouTube. Good product placement. A roll of poo tickets, grapes and mints. Looks like you're wiping your hemorrhoids and then putting it in a mint up your ass for freshness.
I wonder if someone will pay for it.
Fucking if the money's right.
Yeah, now the podcast will start making money. Clint sells his boogers.
I think it's more about me sticking mints up my ass, actually. Today's podcast brought to you by Eclipse Mints.
Wrigley's.
For all the holes.
Wrigley's. Mars. Mars owns Wrigley's now.
That's right, as long as it's not owned by Dulux. All right, so we are back to the questions. Fuck, there's a lot of questions already.
Fucking oath.
Hi, is your seed annual ryegrass, and is it okay to oversow over Canberra blend? Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. It's 100% not annual ryegrass. It is 3 cultivars of perennial ryegrass, which off the top of my head are, can't remember, Spartacus, Arena 4. I can't remember the last one.
Is it on the website?
The cultivars aren't on the website, no.
Why not?
Oh, well, I can put them on there.
I didn't say to put them on there. I asked why not. You're answering questions I didn't ask.
Yeah, that's okay. And yes, they'll blend in nicely with the Canberra blend. Yeah,
all right,
which is typically a Kentucky bluegrass and a rye fescue mix. So,
Lachlan Elphick on YouTube. G'day, lads from New South fucking Wales. Have been absolutely bent over by armyworm. Lawn is patchy as. What's a better option, roots and shoots, or whack some seed down and see how that grows? What kind of lawn is it?
Yeah, if it's a ryegrass lawn, then whacking down some Lawnhub seed would be a good start. If you're introducing perennial ryegrass into a lawn that's not perennial ryegrass, it'll begin to look a bit funny. If you're not too worried about the appearance of the lawn, then that's an idea. But yeah, roots and shoots definitely. If you've already treated for the armyworm, definitely your first point of contact would be roots and shoots to help relieve stress and promote new growth.
We're not going to be able to clip anything from this podcast because there's just me sneezing in the background. It's getting out of control. I think there'll be a point where we don't need the air conditioner on. They're both wearing fucking like ski slope jackets.
I've still got my vest on.
All right. That might not be today, so don't go jump into any turning off conclusions. Jesus Christ.
People pay a lot of money.
Adam on
to see
YouTube, thank you. There's nothing wrong with the show as it is. That's right, Adam. Is that you?
I was going to say it's not me. Does it say Adam who?
Should I be switching from Trojan to Premature for Adelaide? From
Yes.
Venjum on YouTube.
Yes, absolutely.
Yep, right now is the time. Troy Sanders. Why am I watching this on? Oh, wow. Should I be... Oh, hang on a sec. Troy Sanders on Facebook. Can I mix NSFW with other products? Sorry, just got my spray turn up today. How's your application
Yeah.
thing going? You done it?
It's on the spray pack.
Like what goes with what?
Yeah. Not yes and no.
Weren't you going to do something
Yeah.
and you haven't done it?
Well, to be fair, it's been a very busy week.
I don't think you promised this in like the last 7 days. I feel like this was promised in the last 21 days.
You know what? I'll promise I'll have it done by Wednesday when we film the podcast.
We need a guest.
And I'll get Kira to put it together and I'll show it in your face.
I'll message Max right now.
Yeah.
Penno, where are you?
Or Ervo. People want to see Ervo. You can mix NSFW with three-way. If that's the quick, what can you mix with NSFW?
Anything that goes on the leaf. That was the question. What can I mix it with other products?
NSFW.
Yeah.
Yeah, three-way. I recommend three-way. And the other ones, wet and roots can go together, water it in, and money shot I like to leave by itself.
Ooh. Silver prices has just gone through the roof. As in the metal silver. That's not good.
Why is that not good?
That means that what happened recently between the Iran government and the Israeli government, I believe, is about to escalate. It's got a message. Where is it?
Dub 3?
I don't know when you coin it that. I mean, anything that's hot.
Well, Dub 3 would mean that most of the world's involved.
Yeah.
God. I could have said something then, but I would have got in a lot of trouble.
Anyway. Yeah, it's moved heaps. Yeah. That's not great.
Not financial advice.
This is probably more than financial advice. Go fill up your cars with petrol, because I can tell you that you're going to probably see fuel prices go up by 40%. So what does that take us? Close to $3 a litre?
Yeah, 280.
Yep. Which also means that everything else will go up 40%, because all the
freight, great.
Which all the stuff that's freighted includes shopping centres, food, drinks, fertiliser.
Yeah, you think there's a cost of living crisis now? Anyway, we can talk about that if you want.
Yeah, if you got any questions about that, send them through. Daniel Pittman. Lads, working on a battery-powered lawn corer. Should be ready for spring. Do you think there would be a market for a home corer? Fucking oath there would be.
Fucking oath. Like, that's not even an oath. That's a
Just
fucking
do
oath.
it.
Yeah.
Do it to it.
How much? I'm interested to, because that would require a lot of downward force to be able to, battery-wise. I don't think torque is not the problem. It'd be the continuous run of the downward of the camshaft.
I guess if you're using like 2 car batteries, you got a bit of weight there.
There'd be 60 kilos of weight there.
Send us through some more information. Happy to test it. Nicholas Rufus on IG. Happy Friday, guys. Have got your ultimate spray pack. Which of the products can I safely mix together during application? Fuck, people are lazy. Everyone's like, what can I mix together?
Yeah, I know where...
Full caveat, I am too, and I have mixed more products together than anyone else.
Just to... Okay, so the application calendars are there to maximize the most out of the product, to make it last the longest and to get the best results. When you go mixing products, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just that I've written the calendars to extend...
You're not wasting product.
Yeah, so you're not wasting product. You're extending the life of the product. Dumping a whole lot of product on the lawn's fine, and like... understand people with time poor and all that sort of stuff, but in order to get the most value for money out of your ultimate spray pack or your spray pack, if you follow the application calendar, you'll find that the products will last a lot longer rather than mixing them all together and putting some magic concoction together, because sometimes if you haven't washed your sprayer correctly, and I've been guilty of this before, if you've got something that's been in your sprayer before, it might mix with our products, and then all of a sudden you get a big gluggy mess. Not saying that happens all the time, but it's definitely happened to me where I've mixed products that I know of ours that work, but then I obviously haven't cleaned my sprayer properly, and then I can't remember what product it was off the top of my head, but yeah, because we're all about I just got my water bill. We're all about making sure that people get the most out of their product because they are a concentrated product. So, yeah, I would follow the Ultimate Spray Pack calendar.
Mr. Mumbles on YouTube.
Mr. Mumbles.
Okay, guys, burning question. I'm not sure if I'm being crazy here, but would you guys do a foliar sprays early in the morning? I was going to spray the other night, but I wasn't sure if I should.
Look, to be honest, it's to get the best results, you want the leaf to be dry. But if you have to get out in the morning or in the afternoon, late in the afternoon or evening, then just put it down. Like, when we're saying to get the best results, we're only talking like single percentage differences, unless it's a product that 100% needs to be put on dry leaf and be taken up over time. Something probably like Money Shot, to be honest, that for the best results needs to be applied on a dry leaf. But like I said, if your time constraints don't allow you to get out in the middle of the day, which majority of us at the moment can't, because we're at work and then the sun goes down when we get home. So yeah, I wouldn't be too concerned, but yeah, Money Shot, try and get on dry leaf, absolutely. Bubbles.
I feel like I missed something before about a question, but I'm a little bit delirious.
Too many hay fever tablets, mate.
Yeah, it was my third one today. I need to stop sneezing.
Don't they counteract each other if you take too many? No?
I don't think there'd be anything that does that. As in, if you have one, it works, and if you have two, it works. If you have three, it stops.
Like, one is good, two's not always good, sort of thing?
No, that's fertilizer. I definitely don't think it works in pain relief until you get to a really high number.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
So hay fever, I don't know. Maybe. Who fucking knows, man? Now I'm worried about World War III.
Oh, no, it's really spun you. It's just stopped him.
There's just so many things that it impacts. And I don't think anyone... I'd be in a small percentage of people that are aware of it. And then you kind of like, everyone's just going about their day thinking about beers on a Friday and
so you've
chicken and chips tonight.
You've messaged Jared to get some pricing on Drip Tube?
No. Yeah, definitely that would be something that if you own an irrigation shop, now's the time to buy some Netafim. All right, last week I put down Spartan and Wet with a plan to put down Premature this weekend. This is from Josh Hearn on YouTube. When should I/can I be using NSFW next? I've got 200 square metres of Kikuyu in Ranella, South Australia. Thank you for the information, Josh. That is
brilliant.
Good. People don't generally give us enough information to be able to answer those questions well, and you have nailed it.
I would get the Premature down, and then very much so like the weed and feed pack calendar, 10 to 11 days later, apply NSFW, because at that point the grass will be healthy as well as the weeds will be actively growing, so you get a better kill when you apply NSFW.
Nathan Skaysbrook.
Nathan.
Very good answer to the question that we posed at the start of the podcast. In all honesty, as far as prizes that get me going, anything I can enjoy to use and promote something I'm interested in, e.g. a jumper, hat, stickers, etc., all in a designated merch bucket. We could do a 10-kilo bucket with a hat, a jumper, and a sticker or shirt, whatever.
That's really quite basic and simple that we've overlooked. I would say that's a pretty good answer.
It's not unlike me to
but like,
automatically to the complicated solution.
Like, because I'm thinking...
let's get a Tesla.
Yeah.
I'll have a hoodie, bro.
Yeah, I'll just have a hoodie, man. That's actually a very good answer because, yeah. No,
Tell us what size you are, Nathan, in shirts. AS Colour branded shirts. I'm a 2XL for reference. And we will send you a prize.
Don't know. Have we got any? We've got those big stickers. I haven't got any little ones at the moment. But
really?
There's 200 by 200.
Sounds like something that should be kept in stock.
Yeah, I mean, we had 5,000 of them, and then we've just slowly depleted them over time. We'll get more.
I'm going with this.
I'll just get more.
Yeah. Yep.
I'll wait for a sale and try.
Like when the battery goes flat on the cameras, and you're like, "Yeah, we probably should have kept them charged."
I'll wait till the sticker place goes on sale again, and then I'll try and break their rules again. Or I just use different sticker place.
Lee Cox on Facebook. KO sending me deals. Fellas, been getting mushrooms in my lawn at the moment. What's the best way to control this? My lawn is kike and it's fairly thick, like you. We'll be cutting it shorter, help it be reduced.
Regular mowing will keep mushrooms at bay as well. just extending on to what I answered about previously. But yeah, regular mowing. Maybe moving forward, don't use an organic style of either top dress, or if you're filling in some low spots, just use wash sand.
Paul Hutchins on YouTube. Can I use pre-emergent on perennial rye?
You can, as long as you're not overseeding.
So established perennial lawn. And
But if you have any bare areas, keep in mind that they're not gonna creep. They'll tiller, but they're not gonna creep into an area, say like a cockatoo or a cooch. But if your lawn's looking mint and you're looking to keep the weeds at bay, then definitely get some pre-emergent down.
I have a fescue blend in my front yard, which I have killed. If you're following us on social, no, I haven't killed it. I burnt some sickles into it with a fertilizer application incident. I'm not putting any pre-emergent on that lawn probably ever. I would rather deal with weeds than potentially kill the lawn. And I do have weeds popping up on my neighbouring property because they've got a, you know how they have those seed banks in like Antarctica? They've got a weed bank next door.
Yeah, nice.
And so all of the weeds that exists, this is where we should test new products, is in my neighbour's, next to my neighbour's driveway, which borders my grass. So there's grassy, wispy weeds, there's broadleaf weeds. It's just ridiculous. So
good thing about fescue though is I'm pretty sure it's pretty resilient against DSMA, which is what will kill grassy weeds, but it won't kill fescue.
I've just been pulling them out.
I mean, if you've got the time and the patience.
I don't have either of those things, but
the soothingness?
No, I don't know. I just listen to podcasts about World War III and pull out weeds. Gets me through. Maybe that's why I'm feeling so down. All right. Anyway, lots of mushy questions.
That was deep.
I think that might have been Kira adding her commentary. Nick Smedley on YouTube. Hey team, following your advice relating to autumn care recently, mushrooms have gone hella spastic and are popping up. Can you say spastic but not retard?
You know why? Especially if people have been using roots and shoots because of the added plant hormones.
He's avoiding my question. My second question.
No, I think you can use the words.
Okay.
Look.
Cool. Any advice for removal and prevention for the future? Victoria Kakuya.
Just regular mowing.
Regular mowing.
Yeah.
Don't eat the mushrooms.
Don't eat the mushrooms, otherwise you end up on the news. And
well, you might.
Core, filling the core holes with wash sand rather than an organic mix to start the cycle again. But yes, mushrooms are a sign of good soil health. It's one thing to remember. I know they can be annoying, but it is very important for the soil.
I get them from time to time. I don't just mow them and they go.
Yeah.
Or I make my wife mushroom tea. Don't do that. I'm joking. Hey guys, Justin John on Facebook. Just purchased your products for the first time with the Celiprin. I've since sprayed the yard and have noticed lawn grub casting piles. Would you recommend coring this time of year? Brisbane, Queensland, blue cooch.
Typically, if they're little balls, they won't be the grubs themselves, especially if you've treated with a Celiprin. They'll probably be starting to be on their way out. It may actually be worm castings, which is fine. Worms, again, is a sign of an active soil, means that you've got the right conditions for worms because, as we know, the more worms you have in your garden, the more waste that they put back into the soil, which is actually very beneficial for the root system of the plant or the lawn. And you can core any time of year, anytime, especially in Queensland. You can probably core more than any of us in the country.
Core at night. And core during eclipses. My wife just messaged me and said mushroom tea, hey.
Hello, Celeste.
Good to see we have 3 people watching today. Angus McGregor. Did I say that right?
Sounded very good.
On Facebook. Fellas, how are we?
Good, Angus.
I'm medium, Angus.
Clint's shocked. He's shook.
I actually really want to get like I don't know, John Candy drunk. I don't know who's an alcoholic. Bert Kreischer drunk. He's not an alcoholic. He's a fucking party animal. I really, really am having this internal battle between sobriety and bender right now, which is just another test, obviously. Anyway, Angus says, fellas, how are we? I've answered that question, so has Jonesy. If you put money shot down and then it rains for a few days after the application, does that hinder the effectiveness of the product? Using it next Saturday in Brighton, South Australia.
Not always, because Money Shot can also be used as a drench. So,
I have only used it as a drench.
oh yeah, you did that experiment the other week, didn't you?
Changed the colour of my entire lawn.
Yeah,
I also
in a good way.
applied it at the high end of the application, maybe just above it. That's not a recommendation. Oh God, that's a good one. Yeah, as long as it's had a chance to absorb on the leaf.
But even if it does wash in, you'll still see some, because it's got 16% nitrogen, which is, it's not an offensive amount, but it's enough to get it green. 7% iron, which can be taken up, like Clint said, if it's been on the leaf for a while, will come through the leaf. And then it's got 1% manganese, which is really good for soil, beneficial. So
if it goes into the soil and the soil's cold, it's less likely to be taken up by the root, though.
Potentially, yeah. Depending on, it might not grab all the nitrogen, but it might grab all the manganese. But too much manganese is not good.
JT on Facebook. Great podcast, guys. Shot glasses are all lined up to play the newest drinking game, Sweeping the Nation. You have a shot every time Jonesy says Dad's Lawn or Dad's Place. Love the show.
Have I mentioned it this week?
Kira's nodding.
Got me.
Kira's on her fourth shot. She's not driving home.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Just won't fuck talk about it then. Actually, I do want to talk.
Hey, it's just constructive
feedback,
feedback,
that's
man.
fine, yeah. I actually do want to talk about Dad's Lawn because it's got dry patch. Brown patch. I've never seen that before in a home setting in South Australia, as bad as it currently is. And it's just... And I got bloody cooch mite. Fucking cooch mite. So ugly.
Don't know what that is.
It's fucking ugly is what it is.
Can you just spray stuff and kill it?
Yeah, I sprayed some shit last
5
week.
star?
Nah. Neomiticide. Arbamectin.
Not to be confused.
For the horse tranquilizer.
It's not a horse tranquilizer.
Whatever it is. Horse sleepy juice.
No, it's not. It's also used in African countries to help fight diseases like river blindness. Anyway, let's not get any more strikes.
I was going to say,
Nate Extreme on YouTube. Hey team at work. Just wanted to say thanks to Adam for opening his emails and helping me out. Oh God, now Adam's fucking pay negotiations are coming up again. Let's try and find some negative.
Who was that?
Adam.
Sorry?
Nat Extreme.
Oh, yeah.
Melbourne Grasscutter on Facebook.
Melbourne Grasscutter. I haven't seen him in a couple of weeks. Sorry to cut you off.
That's all right. Is there a difference in the mushrooms that you can get? I have white ones out the back and reddish ones out the front.
Yep. No, they're obviously two different. I don't know. Is it breeds? Spores. That's the word.
I know that because I did a tour of a mushroom farm at the old Holden factory before the owner completely fucked me up the ass. Went bankrupt, owing me $70,000. So I learned about that. Learned how they chop up mushroom spores and fucking grow mushrooms.
Put that on the news, you fucking.
That's
shit.
right. We'll cover that. We'll have a lot of media on that. We're just waiting.
Yeah. But anyone that's actually interested in the Daintree, there's a night boardwalk tour, and the guy that takes it does a really good speech on mushrooms.
That's real helpful, man.
Yeah, if anyone's interested.
So these people now have to go fucking fly to the Daintree.
No. I was just saying anyone that's interested in mushrooms.
Is it on YouTube, or do you have to go see him physically?
You got to see him physically. He does some fucking wacky shit.
What do you got, like some kind of fucking cut on this guy's?
Nah.
You know what's really funny? I was online today looking at a website called Mr. and Mrs. Smith.com. They like curate high-end accommodation. And I was looking at a place in the Daintree that was fucking nuts. And then you mentioned it. It's crazy.
Not planned. But no, so the white ones and those reddish, brownish ones, they're the pretty standard ones. I don't know off the top of my head what their scientific names are, like mushroom malbordi or something, you know how they do that scientific name shit. Yeah, they're the ones that are lawn pop
They're
up.
not the ones from 60 Minutes.
No, they're not the ones from that beef Wellington.
Jack on TikTok is sending through yawn emojis.
Oh, okay.
That's good. Hey, Jack, you know you can just swipe away from the video, right?
Or give us a star.
Unless Jack is an insomniac and we are helping him deal with his problems. In which case, you are welcome, Jack. Jack, wherever you are.
Yeah.
Jack on Instagram, not to be confused with Jack on TikTok. Hey, lads.
Hey.
It's very presumptuous. I laid wintergreen 10 weeks ago in southeast Queensland. I feel that it's well established as I've already been able to scalp and top dress with a light reno. Oh, you Queenslanders. Is it too early to use pre-emergent like barricade?
Label wise, would suggest yes.
Too early.
Especially on turf that young. I know you've said you've done a mini reno. Like, I don't know how big the area was, but just say like it was 100 squares. And what's wintergreen going to cost you? $15-16 a square. So what's that? $1,600. Like, it's not
100 times 15 is 1,500.
I said 15 to 16. I went on the higher end. So $1,600.
Just wait.
You know, like I said before, it's an investment. You know, lawn care and home improvement and all that sort of stuff. So, yeah,
it's funny, like with pre-emergent, I don't remember my back lawn ever having really any weeds.
No, I must admit.
And I think we can be a little bit pre-emergent crazy. I don't know where it's coming from. Obviously, our fucking Facebook ads.
Yeah.
But like I put, what's the one with fertilizer in it? Oxifert.
Yeah.
I put that down once. I've never, and obviously NSFW, I've got it everywhere. Like there's literally 4 bottles next to me, but it's very rare for me to need.
Because your lawn is grown on concrete, you know.
So the weeds don't like it.
Yeah, weeds don't like
Treat them mean, keep them keen.
That's right.
Not marital advice.
No.
Adam on YouTube.
Definitely not.
So yeah, Jack, the answer to your question is if it's not in line with what's recommended on the label, we wouldn't recommend it. And that's not one of those like, we wouldn't recommend it. That's legit.
That's a genuine
Don't
one,
do it.
yeah.
Adam on YouTube. Bloody hell, Adam, you've been meaning to make that list of what can be mixed with what for at least 12 weeks. See? This is the Adam that also was just giving you flowers. So
Yeah, that's all right. No, I'll get it done. I promise.
Get
I promise.
fucked. Mojobs on IG. Hey, boys. Shout out from Germany.
Yeah. I
Still waiting on your
Yeah.
reply.
replied.
Well,
And then...
either
Actually,
you're a
you
liar
know what?
or Mojobs is a liar.
Let's open up this can of worms.
Hang on. Let's open up the platform in which you used to communicate because that would have answered the question.
I need you to log into PayPal to send him the link. Remember, we did have this conversation.
Is this a Clint fall down?
No. Well, I don't want to say that, but it's somewhere in our messages because I don't have the login to PayPal, and neither did Jazz because I asked Jazz first.
You want a PayPal link?
Yes.
Do you know my mate Goody? Oh, that's not
he's
Goody.
right here.
Sorry, it's not Andrew. It's a different Andrew. I just read I read the wrong last name. I was like, this fucking bloke, but he's meant to be putting new lawn in, not messaging us. Jai apologised for laughing out loud and said he had actually left the building to get it all out.
Oh, full kettle laugh.
He's obviously learning jokes in Spanish.
Buenos dias.
All right. What was I doing? Can you tell me? Do I need to do this right now?
No, you don't need to do it right now. But
So Mojobs, Jonesy fucked up. I guess we're gonna go with that.
thing is collaboratively. I didn't get the stuff that I needed in order to make the PayPal link.
Do we need to fly through the Middle East to get to Germany? Maybe I'll just bring it. Germany should be pretty safe during this war.
I think so.
Adelaide, Germany. Actually, can you what's the weather over there at the moment? I know I can Google that, but let's just try and keep everyone engaged. Adelaide to Germany, 2 stops, 1 stop, Frankfurt. Here we go.
Oh, I could do a Frankfurt right now, actually.
$2,000.
Flight?
Yep. That's round trip economy.
I was going to say that's
Let's
not...
change that to business class.
That's not
$9,000. There you go. Your merchandise is $9,000.
I know, and we had this conversation before that I don't even have a passport, so I've never flown internationally.
I'll take this one, mate. I'll take this one for the team. Yeah. I'll go. You go via Singapore, I reckon.
But is business class that much different? Like I know,
it's fucking definitely.
No, but like you're still on a plane. You get what's like a bit more legroom or a lot more legroom or space. Or
you can lie down flat.
Oh, you can lie down. I thought that was only like in the top of the plane. Like
that's where they put the business class on a 380, on an A380. It is.
Yeah, well, I didn't know you could lay down.
More than marginally better.
Yeah, no,
So
that answers everything. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a bunch of different things. You get treated better, right?
There's you're not some peasant.
Well, there's more staff per person.
Yeah.
So it's like you're in a restaurant and Imagine like there's a section in the restaurant where there's one waiter per 4 people, and then the other restaurant there's one per 100. And you ask for and that's why when you're on a plane, you're like, can I grab a drink? They're like, yeah, no worries. And then like 40 minutes later, they come back and, hey, here's your beer, sir. That doesn't happen in business class. And because they don't have to ask you.
No, well, I wasn't aware that you'd lay down
because
in
they go.
class. I thought that was only first class.
You say, Jameson on the rocks and stop when I pass out. And then they just keep coming. And so I was thinking about this the other day, actually. I think that the only time I might drink is when I'm flying. Because for me, getting on a flight for me is the start of the holiday. Whereas a lot of people, they get off the plane and it's like, oh, we're finally here. For me, it's like, you think you're like flying to Europe's 30 hours or whatever, just to be able to watch movies, which I don't ever do, get waited on and get paro. Like,
no, that makes sense.
I know all of that can happen in economy, but
you can't lay down.
It's heaps shitter. Yeah, you can lay back. Even premium economy. And look, I know this sounds very douchey, but I work fucking hard, and I have done for a long time. And if I want to fly business class instead of have a $4 million house, which is pretty much, I guess, comparable shit, I'd much rather fly business class. Anyway, so Germany, if you can pay via PayPal, we will somehow get across there.
We'll get the link.
Chennai, I'll go for India. I reckon you'd have to go via Singapore. That'd be the safest bet.
Got no idea.
Just a little bit concerned about maybe it getting a bit hot in the Middle East. All right. That's annoying. Can't we just all get along?
What now?
Well, just in general. Like, everyone's fucking...
you're still hung up on Dub 3, yeah.
Well, just not even that. Just the internal bullshit between... Like, you think about... Look at the US electoral... Like, there's an election in November. Fucking half the country hates the other half the country. I mean, Australia's probably getting closer. We've got shit going on here. It's like, can we just calm the fuck down? Is it too many pills? Not enough? I think it's too many. Anyway, Venjum on YouTube. How do you guys wash your sprayers? I don't. I wait till it breaks and steal another one. Jonesy's done a video on how he washes his on our YouTube channel.
Yeah, if you go to how to calibrate a sprayer, my instructions on how I clean my sprayers in there. But basically, for those that are listening and that are interested, I would fill it up with water, shake it, empty it, fill it up with water, and run a full cycle through the auto lock on the battery sprayer pump. And it runs a full tank of fresh water through the system, and then empty it, go hang it up.
I leave the chemical in it that I used last and then shandy it into the next application.
And that's why the fescue suffered for a little bit.
You may lose 1 to 2 square metres of lawn if you are applying a chemical that is not designed for it, but the amount of time that you save not wasting your time washing it, you will make up in easily reapplication of lawn seed.
I mean, it's not that hard, but yeah.
It's not about hard. I can't be fucked. Dude, we could all be dead in 4 days. Get a hot fucking war going. Like, you want to fucking have your last memory that you washed your sprayer out nice? Fuck that. Clint Osborne on Facebook.
Oh, Clint. I was looking at photos of the Scott Bonner that we gave him not long ago.
How much was your water bill, Adam?
Let's have a look.
Was mine $1,200? I feel like that was a number I had.
Sure.
Might have been my electricity bill. He'll get back to you on that, Clint. Kinbaka on IG. I hope I said that right. So I got a new Milwaukee 12-volt sprayer and applied 3-way and NSFW to 50 square meters, and I'm not 100. Am I fucked? I got a Milwaukee sprayer. Okay, so that's not relevant to the question. Applied 3-way to NSFW and NSFW to 50 square meters and not 100. Oh, so you double apply. Okay, so you didn't calibrate your sprayer. So you over applied your... So NSFW, I wouldn't be concerned about. That's not going to impact the lawn in a negative. Sorry, other way around. 3-way won't hurt it. If you double apply NSFW, you could probably hurt your lawn.
You'll hinder growth as well.
We see it sometimes with people that mix NSFW in a sprayer and then spot spray it, and they kill their lawn area around it. Without knowing exactly, I would suggest that you're kind of fucked. It might mean that the lawn needs to repair. If you've got a regenerative lawn like a Kucha or a Kikuyu, there's a good chance it'll come back. If you over apply NSFW and realise it before it has a chance to dry, I would think watering it in might reduce the impact. Would you agree?
Yeah. Except diflufenican will sit in the soil.
Yeah, but it might not kill the lawn.
No.
You just have to reapply it later.
Yeah. It was $324. But I can't get into my account, my water bill.
But your lawn is the size of a pool table.
Yeah.
Maybe your toilet's leaking, bro.
No, well, that's actually quite low.
I swear my water bill's in the thousands.
You got a lot of watering to do.
And my pool. How do you know where your water bill is?
SA Water, I suppose. But it's not letting me log into my account.
Yeah, I don't have any water bills in my emails. I guess they come some other way. I think I just got it on direct debit. My mail comes to work now because I redirected my mail at home so the lawn is protected from the postie.
From the postie.
Cost me $200 a year and I don't have people walking on my lawn. What am I doing? Guys, bring me back. Asking questions. Tim, me on YouTube. Hey, legends, what do you suggest as a preventative fungicide? Is there a set application time to prevent dollar spot and other diseases before it occurs?
Yeah, so there's a few. You've got, off the top of my head, you got Heritage Max, which is azoxystrobin. That can be used as a preventative and a knockdown, but it's mainly used as a preventative. I'd recommend that if you've got a large area of lawn that you need to cover. If you've got smaller amount of lawn, say around the 200 square metre mark or less, you could look at Impala, which has also got azoxystrobin in it as long as can't remember the other one, but it's dual action. So that'll work as a knockdown and a preventative. You've also got Tombstone Duo, which can also be used as a preventative and a knockdown, but it's also important to remember that it's recommended that you only do 2 applications per season of each group of fungicides. So, for example, azoxystrobin is from one group and then the actives that are in Tombstone are in a different group. So what you'd do is one season you'd use product A, and then in season 2 you'd use product B, and then in season 3 you'd go back to product A. That is to ensure that the diseases or the funguses that may potentially be in your lawn or your soil don't build up resistant to that group of fungicide, because once that builds resistance to that, then you're pretty much screwed. Propiconazole, which is what Bumper is, can also be used as a knockdown. Keeping in mind that propiconazole also has plant growth regulator effects compared to the other 2 or 3 fungicides.
There's a bit of activity going on in the questions. Yes, that is a giant roll of toilet paper on the table. Josie, the most Clint thing I've ever heard, redirecting mail to stop the postie ruining your lawn. If that's Josie who's here, which I'm guessing it is, that definitely can't be the most Clint thing you've heard, but it's definitely a Clint thing. Christopher Madden on Facebook. Good afternoon, guys. Just getting over COVID. Do you have anything I can use to spray my kids that will kill COVID that they've caught? I've got actually some vodka and some rum in my office.
I was going to say that down there.
What is that? The
rum.
Homebrew rum. Homemade rum. Adam on YouTube. All flights have been suspended over Iran. Yeah, it's about to go down. If you are a
bad.
male in Australia aged 18 to 40 right now, I would strongly suggest you get a fucking limp.
You know what? And that's the difference, isn't it? That's the difference.
Well, our generation's not going to go fight a war.
Well, everyone fucking talks about all this shit, and then, something like this happens. Oh,
no.
Way you go.
Yeah, you go fight our war.
No disrespect, Kira. I think you'd be on our team. You'd come and fucking fight, wouldn't you? Yeah, fucking
I reckon Kira would be the most likely to slice someone with a sword.
Yeah, fuck.
I just think that it's not so much a male-female situation. I think that the generation that sits inside 18 to 40 at the moment is going to be like, fuck that. I'm not going to fucking fight someone else's war. And that's the problem. Most of these wars are fucking like old men that start them, and then young men and women now, because of all the equalities, go fucking die for them.
And dogs. Dogs are out there in the field.
They can take my dog.
Jesus Christ.
What?
I think my dog would give
He could be one of those mine locators. He's good for one mine.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Well, we haven't trained him to find them. He's going to find them by chance.
Well, yeah, eventually, yeah. Poor Sarge.
Yeah, I just think a lot of people won't go. And I think the only chance you'll see of a large majority of Australian males fighting in a war is if it comes to our soil. And then you'll see... Well, we don't have any guns. We're going to fucking fight with fucking...
Well, the Defence Force put out a call to action last month.
They're
Saying,
talking about recruiting people that aren't Australian nationals for the Australian Defence Force
Yeah,
because there's not enough people interested.
There are 20,000 people down or something like that.
Which is like
in the Defence
a
Force.
bomb.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, anyway.
I think getting 20,000 people in the Australian Defence Force is like trying to clean up the floods in the UAE with fucking toilet paper. Like, what's like 20,000?
It could be wrong.
I don't know.
Could
As
be
a
wrong.
percentage of our total population, it's probably a reasonable number to try and recruit, but it's not. What the fuck's that going to do?
Okay.
Anyway, those wars aren't going to be fought with guns. They're going to be fought with fucking like big fucking mushroom clouds. All right, Nathan Skatesbrook on Facebook. Go home, spend some time with your families. Tell them you love them. Or alternatively, if you've been thinking about having an affair, you're probably a good chance to go now because you're not going to get caught. Nathan Skatesbrook.
Not
What about roots and
relationship
shoots? Not relationship advice. No. What about roots and shoots or anything foliar works best for photosynthesis as the plant will be utilising the. Why am I reading it from my phone and my
I'm not
computer
sure.
screen?
Yeah. So I think I know what the.
I'm really thinking. I'm overthinking this. These are questions that keep coming up at night. Absolutely appreciate you guys. I'm a large. We did ask him for that answer.
So, without getting fully into it, gibberellic acid is what photosynthesis.
Is that from the Gibraltar Strait?
I've got no idea. Gibberellic acid is can be applied. So, what he's asking for is something that can improve photosynthesis. Is that what he's sort of getting to?
I probably should have just asked the question, right?
Yeah, but you can buy.
What about roots and shoots or anything foliar work best for photosynthesis as the plant will be utilising the time the most? So more. This is the morning and the night thing.
Yeah. Basically, what you're trying to achieve when you're applying products like this is to increase the gibberellic acid production, so which happens through photosynthesis. A product like 3-Way is going to be excellent in this situation. Roots and shoots to an extent, but it's not going to be as good as 3-Way. So if you're looking to apply a liquid fertilizer in dewy conditions, I would look at 3-Way. That's going to give you the best result.
Oh God, some of these fucking comments. So Daniel Pittman's down for the drinking game next week.
Well, it's not going to be live, so
That's all right. You'll probably still refer to your dad's house. I think the drinking game might also include, if anyone asks a question about mushrooms, then you fucking take 20 milligrams of cybacillin. And
not health advice.
definitely not. Well, who was this other one? Clint. This is Adam on YouTube. Clint struggling, being sober, having a beer, and potentially World War III kicking off. I'm like,
It's all happening.
I'm just like, tell you what, here's the deal. World War III kicks off. I'm going to start drinking again. How long would it take, do you reckon, if a nuke went off, and this is a fucking horrible question to actually pose, but if a nuke went off in, say, Israel or in Iran, how long that cloud would take to potentially get here, if at all? Because obviously in Japan, when it happened in Hiroshima and Nagasaki, that impacted the world, but it didn't like long-term damage the world population outside
No,
of
it
those
didn't.
areas.
And one of them, we were speaking about this the other day, weren't we, Kira? Yeah, we talk about all the hard topics. That after, I think it was Nagasaki, it flooded and it washed all the radioactive material out to sea, so it dropped by like 80 or 90%. So,
Which we can obviously have a flood if we choose to these days.
yeah.
So because the other problem is those bombs were the first of their kind, so there was no retaliation, whereas now effectively one goes, they all go.
Yeah, and they'll all go against the nuclear treaty, and they'll just bomb each other. And
It'll be on.
And it will be like if you've seen the
It's
100,
all automated, man. It just goes. Zoop, zoop,
the 100 TV series.
I don't know. I feel like I have more faith in humanity. I know there's some absolute fucking bad people out there,
Absolutely.
but I feel like, and this is like, love you up. Like there's more good than bad, right?
But the bad always ruins. Always a minority.
Anyway, let's try and find a question. This one was what I was laughing at because obviously Alex doesn't understand our relationship with the turf market outside of South Australia. But he goes, "How'd you go finding stocks in Perth?" Honestly, I'd hit up Billy Goat Lawns in Wangara or Lawn Doctor in Wangara two popular lawn retailers. The reason I was laughing is I think we technically compete with them. And I don't know Lawn Doctor. They might be worth talking to. But we did, and the thing is, I genuinely appreciate people trying to help because we don't really know. So thank you for the suggestions. There's obviously commercial things at play, like what's his name, Ralphie's. So Ralphie's was a suggestion, right? Who's like he runs the WA lawn page. Okay, so anyway, his name's Kieran, I think. I don't know. Anyway, he's got his own range, right? He's not going to sell that shit.
He's not going to sell that stuff.
So it's about finding someone in WA that has values that are in line with ours that also maybe isn't selling something already, so irrigation shops, that kind of thing. It was funny that I think the next day or the day after, Virgin had flights to WA cheap, and I was like, oh, maybe.
Just go to a scouting mission.
Well, I love the state of Perth. Sorry, the state of WA. And kind of Perth down. I haven't really been Perth up. Anyway, thank you for the suggestion, Alex. I'll definitely look at Lawn Doctor in Wangara. Where is Wangara in reference to
South Perth, isn't it? Ish, maybe. I could be. Oh.
And are they a retailer? You got Lawn Solutions truck in their photo.
Was it South Perth? Wangara?
I don't know. I'm looking at their store.
I need to go to the toilet.
Okay. While he's doing that, Nick Smedley on YouTube, you almost dropped the R word. The R word. He picked up on it. Well, yes, I did, sir. Yes, I did.
You've done well. You're like Tiger in your
I think everyone needs to just chill the fuck out. I should just say what I want, and then. But the Lawn Doctor Turf Shop.
Yeah, I haven't heard of them actually.
They are in Wangara.
It's a nice shop front.
Near Madman Motors. Imagine going and buying a car from Madman Motors.
Why not?
North of Perth. Unless the ocean's green and the land's blue. All right. Sorry, guys. He's fucking left me on my own, so you are in for a ride. Let me try and find something that I can answer because I'm just here to ask questions and pay for the cost. So yes, Taylor Evans, we did cover off that it is a ginormous roll of toilet paper on the desk. I'm not 100%. I feel like I've kind of got the combination of a light flu and hay fever, and this place doesn't have tissues. So they said, no, we just use toilet paper. So I've ripped a whole roll. Nat Extreme on YouTube. Is it too late in the season to give Kike a light Scarify to help with the fungal problem in fucking Victoria? Maybe. Kaikuya, I feel like you can pretty much get away with doing anything to it at any time and it will be fine. If you've still got some heat, I mean, in Adelaide right now, what are we, 21s and 19s at the moment? I'd probably still give Kaikuya a tickle without being too much of a concern. If it's healthy, I wouldn't go too crazy and just be prepared for it to not be 100% back. But yeah. Andrew Garland on Facebook. Hey, fellas, big fan. Wear my Lawnhub hat 4 days a week, officiating footy and getting plenty of questions, RE product, and I send them directly to your site. You're welcome. Hat is getting weathered. We need to get you a new hat then, obviously, Andrew. Might be due for a new one. Do you have an affiliate program? We don't. There's probably really just from a lack of me getting around to doing that kind of thing. I would love to set up affiliate codes. We've got a Shopify site. If anyone's got any apps that they can suggest that might be a good plug-in for an affiliate management. So in my mind at the moment, we're working on a membership or a subscription where you would get sent fertilizer every period, 2 months, whatever it might be, but you'd also then be automatically entered into a draw where you'd win prizes all the time, mowers, all that kind of thing. How's my pleats? Still pleated? Oh, we need to do the lawn thing still. All right.
We got that question on top. The customer was going to answer live as well.
Okay. So yeah, Andrew Garland on Facebook, send us your postal address and I will send you another hat.
What happened to his hat?
It's just weathered because he fucking wears the shit out of it, and he's a big fan.
Like the one in my front window of the highlights.
Yeah, your car looks like the kind of car that like would be in the news when they're like, 2 Austrian backpackers have gone missing, and then it's just like
Salt Creek the other day.
Vasilos Carvelis on Facebook.
That's a really nice name.
Autumn lawn care question. I'm in Victoria. Lawn type is cooch. My current plan is to apply 3-in-1, which is 3-way, and NSFW every 7 weeks. I'm also cutting 1 to 2 levels higher to get ready for winter. Is that it, or should I be doing something else? Also, do you guys sell cooch seed at all? As I want to organise a reseed for spring.
Okay, there's a lot going on there.
So fertiliser every 7 weeks is fine?
Yeah, that's fine, especially liquid.
Once you come out of the cooler weather, you might want to look at some granular.
The only issue with introducing a cooch seed is it's more than likely not going to match the existing cooch sward or the actual way that it appears.
It's interesting. Yeah, why would you want to reseed in spring? I guess in spring, if you've got an active cooch, it should grow out.
Yeah.
Unless you could core it and sprig it.
Yeah, which is what I was going to say. And then if
I
you do,
cut you off.
no, that's all right. If you do like a renovation, you're going to encourage growth into those potentially bare areas and without the needing for reseeding. Or as Clint said, you could take those cores, put them in bare areas, and Ervo grew his whole lawn from that. So definitely achievable. But yeah, every 7 weeks with the liquid fertilizer during the cooler months is completely fine. And I know we touched on it before about the use of pre-emergence, but if you want to be weed free or you had weeds in your lawn last year like wintergrass and you don't want it this year, get down to pre-emergent as well.
Christopher Madden on Facebook just sent through 319 stars. Apparently it's monetary. $3. Thank you, Christopher Madden.
Thanks, mate.
I don't know how we get that money, but let's get that money and take it back to your favourite place. Get ourselves a 30-second dance.
Dad's place.
It's a bit firmer than that. Really impressed with Adam on YouTube. Jesus Christ, Adam, he's all over it. Really impressed with Roots and Shoots. Sprayed all my natives in the fernery and noticed thick new growth. Good shit. Yeah, I love Roots and we've answered this before, but if I could only use one of our products, it would be that.
Yeah, he sent me a message actually saying that.
All right, let's get through these quickly, and then we'll do a question that you wanted to answer live, and then we're going to rate some lawns. I don't know how this works. Dylan's built me a... Can you see that? I have to hold it up.
It's going to be Dylan's segment.
Yeah.
I think the first
Rate my lawn with Wardy.
Yeah.
Yeah? How exciting. All right, we're excited. Don't mushrooms in the lawn show that it's healthy?
Yes.
How soon after NSFW can I mow?
After 4 days.
4 days.
3 to 4 days.
Lee Cox on Facebook. I bought a bunch of products from you guys and love it. With the empty buckets I've accumulated, and as others I would assume, would you guys take them back as part of a recycling program for reuse? Maybe. It's definitely not a yes in the next 12 to 18 months. As time goes by, the business gets bigger. That's how my businesses I run work. We always have growth targets. When the businesses get bigger, it frees up cash and it also adds resources from staff and warehousing and that kind of thing for us to be able to do more initiatives. So this next 12 to 18 months, the initiatives that we'll probably work on are around capacity and regulation and quality. And then obviously there'll be time after that. The one thing with the black is that it's not recyclable as such because it's got the black in it. Not as much as the white buckets anyway. So the only recycling we could do is to reuse them potentially. I don't fully know. We haven't spent any time looking at it. We will. It's important. We actually talked about bags versus buckets yesterday because we're looking at buying a new bucket plant. So that's another example of like improvements. We want to be able to it was really around staff enjoyment. Putting fertilizer in buckets can be a challenging job because you're standing there for 6 or 8 hours doing the same thing over and over again. I don't mind doing it, but I don't do it every day. And the guys that do, I think it can be a little bit full on. So we're trying to improve our processes and have an automated plant for the buckets, which shouldn't mean a reduction in staff. It should just mean it meets our increase in demand. So,
and the other thing with the recycling, it is something that I've looked into, but unfortunately, if there's they'd have to meet very strict protocol. There couldn't be any fading on the
clean,
there couldn't be any fading on the label because that's our
branding.
Not so much our branding, but that's like our information to you, guys at home to make sure that A, you're using it correctly, and B, if something goes wrong, you know where to look at and all that sort of stuff. But
you need to answer your question. So Fix It Fingers on YouTube just wrote negative comments for Adam ? He replied to my email super fast saying he'd answer it on the live. Still waiting. So you might want to answer that question now.
So Kira.
What? So you didn't ask the question?
No. I said to him, I'll answer it live. He said it.
What if you wanted the answer straight away?
No. Listen, he said he wanted it on for the podcast.
Okay. Well, you can stop waiting now, Fix It Fingers, because Fuck It Fingers is about to sort you out.
Yeah, that's right. All right, Kira. Here we go. So a very nice lawn. So James Chatswood from Northern Sydney in New South fucking Wales. An interesting one for this Friday's chat, perhaps. Here's a challenge for you.
Can everyone see that lawn with his fat head in the way? Yep, cool.
Do I need to move? No. Okay. We had 350 squares of Matilda Buffalo laid at the start of last spring.
Looks like Ikea.
Sod over new soil, heavy clay under that, quite a steep block, and shade impacted. It was looking cracking through the spring, but then it started to develop a large dead patch in the summer. Our irrigation had been on the blink, so I put it down to insufficient water from the temporary sprinklers. However, even with the irrigation fixed and good weather, it has not recovered over the last few months and is even spreading, like the area in which it's damaged. About 8 weeks ago, I went through with some Trojan Roots and Shoots NSFW program, and the rest of the lawn liked it, but little to no impact of recovering this patch. So I'm wondering if it could be grubs or another issue. Today I noticed heaps of casting piles. With this, they are worms. No visible bugs or armyworm I can see, but I'm a complete lawn novice, so have no idea what I'm looking for. Any advice? I was thinking of waiting until spring, then to thatch, top dress the problem areas and start recovery spray program, but if it's bugs, I may need help now. Cheers, James. Fix It Fingers. Photo attach, lawn.
We need to take it back to the other photo with
and
the
dying patch in the middle of the hill today, and notice
that there.
The worm castings. Okay.
So what are you thinking? Because I got an idea on that one.
Well, two things. It could be compacted and the water that is getting through is holding in the soil, and with the shade impacting it, it's not allowing the area to dry out and recover properly. That's option one. Option two is that's where the roots of the tree are, and they're sucking everything out of there.
Could there be something underneath it?
Well, he did say that he re-soiled.
Because it looks like there's a driveway underneath it.
Yeah,
or a path. It's such a straight edge.
And I'm probably cop shit for this, but my lawn, I had a brick underneath a certain area of my lawn, and then one day I was like, you know what, fuck this, I'm going to dig it up, see what's there, and it was a brick.
Because it looked different. Yeah,
it just looked different. So there could be something underneath there. Maybe the soil that was brought in wasn't as thick through here, and it's getting, there might be something under that clay area. But there is, as you can see, there is some form of deficiency.
It'd be interesting, so he said he had lawn down there for a while.
Yeah.
And then it's gone like that. If the lawn was like that for 3 years, then it can't have been a driveway or whatever.
Mm. But it could be, it could, if it's a real low spot, potentially.
Catching everything,
and it's holding the moisture, and, water sitting in lawn isn't ideal, especially.
So hang on, it feels like you haven't really given him an answer.
Oh no, it wouldn't seem that way, would it? I personally think
that was worth the wait.
No, I personally think that this area here is impacted most by the shade, and it could be something to do with the levels in which is causing that.
If that was your lawn, September 1st, what are you doing?
I am doing the most brutalist buffalo renovation possible. I'm coring the absolute shit out of that area. I'm talking like core in like 5-6 different directions.
Core it with an excavator bucket.
Yeah. Top dressing with a nice sand, and then just watering and fertilising to push as much recovery into that area as possible. And more times than not, that's sometimes all it needs is just a good bashing of the soil. Yeah.
All right.
What do you reckon?
Hopefully that's answered it.
You reckon there's still something there?
I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of times when I used to work in the landscape supplies world a bit more, where I ran an irrigation shop for someone else. Whenever I saw shit like that, it was because a lot of it was house and land packages where there'd be rubble or cement mixed on dirt or paint being washed out on that dirt, and you'd have a patch that was round, usually like closest to the driveway or wherever they tipped a truckload off, and that was because there was an excess of cement dust, paint, turpentine, rubble, whatever else, and then all they do is they either just come and skim a layer off, or don't even do that. Put a little bit of soil down, and then it never grows because it's just not there.
Yeah.
It looks too consistently straight on one edge for it not to have been a pathway or a driveway that he didn't know about, or that he hasn't told us about. I don't know. I think that photo's too zoomed in for me to, almost need to see like what else is around it.
Where's a good photo? Yeah. So I'm assuming that it's probably over here. The area.
Yeah. So if that I don't know how that building is. It looks like 40 years old, but
it's a nice area though.
what's the? Yeah, even where that fence is, like, was stuff dumped there, and I don't know. Sorry, that's as good as we're going to be able to do, I think,
Or
without sitting on it.
maybe unless someone has tried to kill the tree, and because there is a product that you can use to kill trees that
It's like a residual.
yeah, it takes out the fertility of the soil as
Bantox.
well.
We used to sell it to people as a debt collection tool.
Is there
7 years. I don't think you're legally allowed to sell it anymore because it made soil sterile for 7 years.
Where are the other photos? Oh yeah, they're worm castings. They're 100% worm castings. But yeah,
All right, we'll move on. Hope that's helped.
if like Clint said, if you
We're not moving
was it Fix It Fingers? If you can send me more photos from a like
from over where it is, but
Yeah.
from the house out. Kind of thing.
from afar, yeah, we'll definitely get you on the right track, and just see, like Clint said, see if anything's been dumped there without your knowledge, like
Yep.
someone's dumped.
Well, it's hard if it's without your knowledge. It's
Yeah, I
hard,
know, but
but
like
you dig it up and there's like rubbish there.
yeah, or do a soapy water test. But I don't think it's grub related because, like Clint said, it's a real straight edge.
I have a question here from Dave Coleman on YouTube. Hey guys, have you heard from Dan from the Green and Gold Life? Just wondering how he was going.
He messaged me the other week saying that he was down this way and if we want to do another podcast. But I think at that point, it was already pre-planned what we're doing or whatever. But
Wednesday.
Dan, if you're free, did Max not get back to you?
I haven't messaged him. I'll message him at some point.
Dan, if you're listening, I'll send him a message. But yeah, he was.
Maybe those two could do it on Friday and we'll just go to live. That would be fucking
That
hilarious.
would be off its head.
Dan could host it, no worries.
Because Max has done some work at
That'd be good.
Dan's place.
Because Dan
before.
could host for sure. He's got no issues with that. He fucking control the whole thing.
Yeah, I might message Dan.
That'd be
actually.
fucking hilarious.
Yeah, see what he's doing.
These two just fucking like completely spike it.
Yeah.
Just be like, I would suggest you call the competitor's brand and talk to them. No, they wouldn't do that. All right, Melbourne Grasscutter on IG got a $600 water bill. Blame the kids for having long showers. As long as you're not the one having long showers, that's all that matters. Mo Jobs, thanks for jumping onto my question. Yep, hopefully old mate here will sort that out. Adam on YouTube, spray ones are back in stock. Get amongst it.
No way. Had someone asking yesterday in the shop, but if they're back in, they're back in.
How does he know that and you don't?
I've
Just gone back on the
well,
website.
they must have come in here. That's
Yeah.
why, not at Dry Creek.
Daniel Pittman, has Jai Warner got the Barbie on today? No, they were eating Vietnamese rolls from what I could tell. And
With homemade chili, or not homemade chili, but
and
like
Pedro, who's our one of the employees here that moved over from Mexico 6 months ago. No, it was November.
yeah.
Probably getting close to that. He had a jar of chilies that looked out of control.
Yeah.
Like it was
They were
where
like,
the
"Do you
fuck they
want
got-"
some?" I'm like, "No." Not,
I'll tell you what I said.
it's not going into the podcast.
He said, they're not that hot. And I just looked at him and I'm just like, yeah, that's like when they say, do you want to come to P. Diddy's house for a birthday party? Bring your kids. Everyone's going to have a safe time.
Goodness, terrible.
Allegedly. All right. Oh, God, that's all I need is fucking another lawsuit. JT on Facebook, 2 questions. What's the best product that you sell that will protect my immaculate lawn from a thermonuclear blast? And will you still be airing the show after the apocalypse? Should we be looking at UHF radios? Maybe. Wedding agent.
Yeah, wedding agent to flush all the radio.
Wedding agent. Yep. So
Yeah.
wet is going to be your best friend when it comes to nuclear radiation. I'm pretty confident that my back lawn's already completely nuclear radiated from
Especially
the
that
mix
hedge.
I made. Well, see, you know how the hedges just stopped growing? It's
the
not dead, but
fruits.
it's not not actively alive. I reckon that's what's happened to my lawn. I reckon whatever the chemical mix I sprayed on the hedge has not killed it, but it's just gone genetically. You're done. You can't reproduce. I've basically sterilized the plant. I think that's what I've done to my lawn.
There was a lot of properties in that mix.
Well, a tank mixed 6 or 8. I've got a photo of it actually. I should find it. Anyway, JT, if we can, we will air. And I'll be very drunk. We'll be in my bunker eating baked beans. What else we got here? Kim Bucker in a follow-up from the 50 square metres of NSFW, but 100 square metres worth applied. I'm in central Queensland as well. It dries before it hits the leaf.
Wow. How's that for humidity?
It's also about to piss down right now. Yeah. I hope you're fine. I don't think a double application of NSFW is going to be ridiculously harmful, especially if you spread it out evenly, but it could knock it around a bit. Christian Ritchie on Facebook. Hey guys, thanks much. Thanks. Christian Ritchie on Facebook. Thanks very much for your advice over the past 12 weeks to prepare my lawn going into winter. My lawn has come up a treat. Looking forward to coming out the other side and coming into spring. Christian from Moama, New South fucking Wales.
Love it.
They are the messages I love to see. I think, it's funny. We get hundreds of messages and then you might get 10 messages that say, thank you, you helped me. And you get 2 messages that are like, I don't know how to use my computer. And then I focus on those.
I should focus
on the 10. I know. Chris has replied, $3 will get you a wave from a Hindley Street hooker. Thank you. Daniel Pittman has suggested to Fix It Fingers soil test, ? Thank you, Daniel. We've got to get that affiliate code set up. Not a bad point. Yeah, I'd be investigating. He said, thanks, lads. There could be more rubble under it. No, the tree is fine.
Yeah.
We'll email more details.
Yeah, rubble. I mean, that makes sense because it's.
All right. We're going to do this last question. No, we've got 2 questions left, and then we're going to do Rate My Lawn.
Wardy's section.
Timmy TB on IG. Hey, guys, just use Spartan NSF and SF.
Can we turn that into a GIF?
A GIF? What is it, Kira? GIF or GIF?
Good.
What?
GIF.
What did you say? GIF? Did you choke the word out? She BJJ'd that word right out and choked it. Okay. Hey guys, have just used Spartan and NSFW. Highly recommend your products. Purchased the half load pack, but I'm a bit confused as to which fertilizer to use leading up to the weekend. Okay, so Timmy, assuming you've applied no fertilizer and you've only used NSFW and Spartan, has the half load got Prem in it?
Yeah, it's got. You should have received 2 calendars, one for spring and one for this time of year. If you haven't, let us know. We'll flick you the link.
And you have to download it yourself and then send us an email about how you shouldn't have to download it yourself.
Or alternatively...
Oh, I just clicked on one of our ads. That's going to cost me $3. There's the $3 gone.
$3 gone. Or alternatively, if you head to the Lawnhub website and you search half load pack...
Don't click on the ads. Click below the ads.
The both half load calendars are there.
So the spring one, there's there. Here we go. So this is what he's talking about. Half load pack.
Yeah. So if you
pre-winter,
if you start at the pre-winter, which is Spartan
wet and Spartan,
wet,
and then Prem,
and then if you start to the liquids,
and then you go back up to there.
Yep. You start roots and shoots.
Is that helpful? I'm throwing my computer around. Yep, super helpful. Dylan's lost interest. What are you thinking about, Dylan? You thinking about going home?
He's getting nervous about the Wardy section.
What?
He's getting excited for Rate My Lawn.
Tom said he's only received 1 calendar.
Sorry, Tom. If it wasn't double-sided, I apologise. Yeah, send us an email. I'll send you the link.
No, fucking, he shouldn't have to chase you. Let me find his email. What's his name? Yeah, Timmy TB.
TB
right?
is in the TB
Hang on
engine.
A sec. What am I reading the wrong shit? Kira, you said his name's Tom? Holy fuck, hang on a second. We've got to fix more than one problem at a time here. Literally another question straight after. G'day Legends have purchased the half load pack. Put out the NSFW Spartan and wet on day one. It seems like a lot of chemicals at once. I jumped over to Facebook. Nice. And the clover, etc., didn't like it at all. Top products. However, I'm confused as to what fertilizer. Okay, so Prem.
Yeah, Prem.
And those, look, if you want the access to the information right now, go to the Lawnhub's website and find the half load pack, and the PDFs are there. You can just download them or screenshot them or whatever. We are also very happy to post you a hard copy if you didn't get it, but obviously, environment and stuff. Also, when we have Lawnhub beanies, Jonesy showed me a sample yesterday. You want to show people?
Yeah, I already ordered them, so and paid for them.
How many did you get?
50.
I was going to say 100. Okay. I think one size fits most.
Yeah, it's one of those ones. Well, that could have been interpreted in any way. Let me have a look. I sent it to Kira.
Oh, wow. Kira's put it on the screen.
Yeah, there. That's it. So this is embroidered. So this will not be flat. It'll come out a little bit. Like, not as much as these hats, but...
Normal embroidery.
Normal embroidery, yep. So that'll be $30.
$29.95.
Or
and
$29.95.
you can do a discount code for them and have a sale.
Mm.
How long are they going to be?
3 to 4 weeks till they land.
So they're not being made in China. That's interesting that they're able to make them here for that much. I like it. I don't love it. Where's the old ones? They had black through the middle around there.
And that was in capital letters. If you read the design guidelines, it's against the design guidelines.
That's correct.
Yeah, and the hub was orange and the lawn was black.
Mm.
That's also against the design guidelines.
Mm. Shout out to JP.
Yeah.
If you're sick of having enjoyment at your job, you can come back.
You can come back.
All right, so that's it. They're all the questions. Now, we've got a board here that Dylan's prepared.
Was that already in the office or do we have to go buy that?
Nah, man.
Oh, we got a theme song.
We've got a theme song.
Oh, my Lord.
Oh, look. Do I really look that bad? Have they made my head bigger?
Really passed out. Of course they've made your head big. Your head ain't that fucking
Yours looks
big.
normal.
No, it doesn't. Fucking hell.
All right. Well,
Where's his lips gone?
hey, Dylan. Oh, there it is. All right. So,
All right.
talk me through this.
Yeah.
We're going to go through.
This is a great segment for those of you listening to the podcast. There's a photo on the screen of me and Jonesy with massive heads and small bodies, and the text "Rate my lawn" in yellow and orange with a nice black shadowed background over. This is going to be great for people who can't see. All right. So what are we doing? We're going to show me a photo of a lawn.
We have 4 lawns today.
All right.
4 lawns?
From 1 to 10.
4
Yep.
lawns.
4 lawns.
1 to 10 is not enough, man. I think you need to rate it out of 100.
I was thinking we do 1 to 10. You can go like 9.5.
Okay, cool. So
9.7,
the same as rating it out of 100. We'll just chuck a deci in the middle.
Yeah.
All right, sweet.
Pretty much, yeah.
All right.
And we're going to be doing it monthly. So if you haven't already, send your photos through. And then at the end of the month, we'll be giving away a prize for the number 1 lawn.
Okay, so there's 4 weeks of podcasts.
Yep.
And we look at how many are podcasts, 4 or 5 or something.
Yeah, and on the 5th, we'll do from the last 4, I suppose, or at the end of the 4th one.
And then so you basically got like a 1 in 16 to 1 in 20 chance of winning the Rate My Lawn prize. All right.
It'll be Dylan's car that we're giving away.
Let's go.
All right.
Taylor Evans, South Australia, Sir Walter Buffalo cutting with a 17-inch cylinder. All right, so Taylor Evans.
Oh.
Taylor. Is it L-O-R?
I rate that. For a buffalo, that's really good.
Especially if that photo's only just been taken.
I really love the hedges too.
Love a nice hedge job.
That's fucking good.
I
I haven't even looked at the others, so like, that's really good.
added another column. So then there'll be your score
Yeah.
and my score.
Okay.
And then we'll average them out, right?
Yep. Well, first of all, let's talk about the good things. So I like the colour. The colour's really good. If I'm going to get picky, not sure what's going on down here. because it's going to be picky. We need to be picky. The trees aren't level.
It's rate my lawn, dickhead. It's not rate my fucking...
True.
Sorry. It's rate my lawn, dickhead.
Look, that's solid. 9.1. Yep. 9.1 for me.
I think I'm going to be a problem for this competition.
Are you going to be super critical?
Maybe.
That's fine. Look at the lawn next door. It's fucking shit.
You can't look at that. So
Send
you're
him
9.1.
Send him some Lawnhub. That's a frothing photo. I like it. Yep. Oh look, you can see him in the reflection with the Scotty B.
I'm 7.8. I was 6.7, and I thought it was probably a bit low.
Bruh. Okay. All right. Yep. Next one. David Giddens.
Rate my Kaiku, I use Trojan.
Okay. Oh. I love diagonals.
And where do you go from here with your 9.1, dickhead? What's this guy's name? David
Giddens.
Giddens.
Haven't got perfect coverage here. The edges look better than Clint's, but not great. 8.7.
Do you take into account that it's Kaikuyu when you're scoring it?
Yeah.
Do you rate people down for Kaikuyu?
No, I think that's a nice 8.7. It is very good.
Do you think that's not as good as the Buffalo you just saw?
No, I think the Buffalo's better than that, in my opinion.
I like the colour in this.
Watch my lawn just get absolutely poisoned over the weekend.
For our Apple podcast listeners, could we describe the photo briefly?
This lawn's quite cute. It's got great colour. It's probably not cut as short as the Buffalo previously. Stripes are somewhat straight. There are a couple wobbly dobs. Edges are good but not great. Overall, I'd be very happy. If it was my lawn, I'd like to see it a bit shorter.
I'm really struggling with this game.
I feel like you got too much care and emotion.
Not at all. I don't give a fuck about any of these people. No, I'm just not. I think I like that more than the last lawn.
Oh, that's a beautiful thing about opinions.
All right, that's an 8.
Wow.
Well, you gave it an 8.7, you fucker.
Yeah. Hey,
Right.
here's my 100.
Can we try and use a lowercase 2 when we do square meters, please? Let's just make some more effort, right?
Kyle Moore. Here's my
Kyle Moore.
180 square meter of Cooch, location WA. Love your products and loving the podcast too, guys. Keep it up.
There you go. Another person that listens to the podcast.
Oh.
Is that the only photo? I was going to say.
Oh, that's... don't like the trampoline.
Oh, nice product placement. Where is this?
Oh, WA.
Oh, you can tell by the limestone blocks. They love them over there. Looks like there's like a bit of turning, like a bit of pressure around those edges from the mower. Yeah. Need to get yourself some lattice. It's tight. It looks low.
It is low. I'd like to see more colour. I think
Carl's like, fuck you, arsehole.
I think the Kaiku and the Buffalo had a bit more colour. Yep. I mean, it's nice. Not sure what's going on here. Maybe a bit of dollar spot. But it does look nice, but 8.8. Can't believe the Buffalo won this week, in my opinion.
Is there more photos? That was a 7.5 for me. Is there any more?
There's one more. One more.
No, you jumping the gun.
Sorry.
Kyle. Poor Kyle. Jonesy puts you in the middle, mate.
Have the most fun in the middle.
Only if you push back. We're going to go to the next photo,
Yeah.
guys. Yes, sorry. We'll be a bit clearer. Can you please go to the next lawn? Alessandro Pro.
Rate my lawn.
Hang on. Alessandro Pro. Rate my lawn. All right,
There's
we're
a
ready to rate
video.
your lawn. as in,
Oh.
holy shit, he put subsurface in. No.
Oh, is that?
Lawn reno completed.
Oh, he's got chickens. That's the life.
A lot of radio silence. So what we're watching here on video for people that are watching
Oh,
is...
it's in the Adelaide Hills.
Are you finished interrupting? Can I talk?
Sorry.
He must have been putting drainage in that photo with the where they were trenching the like laterals next to each other, because he obviously is irrigating overhead. That's interesting. Does it say in the text there 3 years ago? Oh, he did put subsurface irrigation in. I'd love to know how that's going and what you used.
So what do you need for that? XR.
Yeah, maybe. It's hard to see the lawn. This is a tough one because we're not... The lawn itself, we haven't really seen. We've just seen the process. A lot of work's gone into it. Subsurface irrigation is really... The reason why I said that is that you can put XR in there, but I'm yet to see a subsurface lawn that I guess can compete with an overhead sprinkler watered lawn from a even, well, from a, I don't know, just a quality of irrigation. And I used to sell a lot of subsurface irrigation. So there's no
Still
real photo.
do.
Can you go to, is there a photo of his lawn on his page?
Yeah, get up his gram.
Is it public? It's all good?
Because currently,
I can't rate that.
the rate, it's rate my lawn, not rate my effort. 10 out of 10 for effort. But
Why would
lawn,
you score it if it's not rate your effort? It seems silly. Do you know what I wouldn't mind right now? Some fucking weed gummies.
okay.
We can't get them, can we?
I'm not in that world, so.
Yeah. Anyone listening that knows how to get them, I will give you a fucking hat.
Get a beanie.
Oh, God. Yeah. I'm thinking that might be the solution to my alcohol cravings. Drugs.
I don't know.
So while Jonesy's looking for that, there's no more questions, obviously, Kira.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, there we go.
What's that one? Is that not it?
This dude looks like the kind of dude you'd be friends with, eh? You see the vehicles that were on his lawn?
Yeah.
He looks like your kind of guy. I am going to say that I rate this lawn 6.7. I know that that's harsh, and I'm sorry. But please keep in mind, I have not rated the lawn. That's what the photo I was talking
The
about.
60 series.
I have not given a score above 8.
Look, yeah, I'm going to have to look. Effort-wise, 10 out of 10. I'd like to see what it would look like now to give it a proper rating.
I'd love to know what the subsurface is working like.
Yeah. And I'd like to know what engine's in the 60, if that's what it is, whether it's a 12 HT.
Did you have a score you want to give us?
I don't want to rate it just yet.
That's awkward. All right, so we'll talk about that later. All right, so
Who's number one right now?
number one is
Quick maths.
Taylor Evans. If you take 3 off that, 2, 8 and 8. Nah, David Giddens is 8 to 16. Oh, Kyle Moore is 16.3 and David Giddens is 16.7. So David's up winning at the moment.
But isn't Taylor Evans 16.9?
Yeah, there's also that.
That's my Gawler education, mate.
Yep, that's basically when his schooling finished, when they stopped adding single digits. So he's really good with numbers up to 10 and decimal places of 1. Yeah, great work, Clint, you fucking idiot. You R-word.
It's a win for the little guys today.
It looks so little on the head over there. So there's no more questions? Or did you just stop sharing them? Because we've got another 15 minutes before we would usually finish, but I'm happy to finish early and go on the hunt for some weed gummies.
Do not include me in that if you are watching, Angel. I'm not into that.
Have you ever had a weed gummy?
Never, to my knowledge.
Yeah. I was going to say, well, then how do you know that you're not into it? But you probably also never put certain things in your mouth and you know you're not into it. Have you tried these grapes?
Yeah, we had them on the podcast not long ago.
They're so good. I don't want to touch. There you go. That one's yours. I don't want to touch them all in case I am sick. So good, eh? Don't think about it like it's a testicle. Just eat it like it's a grape.
I was eating it like a grape.
All right. There's no more questions. Hang on. There's more questions. All right. We'll do a couple more questions. Nathan Skatesbrook, I think you need to do a travelling podcast so you have a live audience. I agree. And we'll definitely drink for that.
That would be sick.
Shane O'Lee, I told my boss I'm taking Adam's approach to email monitoring. I'm now unemployed. It's a good boss.
I missed 3 emails and now I've turned into a meme.
Mitch Chapman, is it better to spray herbicides and fertilizers in the morning and let them dry? We've just been asked this question, Mitch. We don't really know.
It's better if you can only spray in the morning or the afternoon. The morning's better.
All right. So Jonesy and I will be at Live Golf. I'll be there Friday and Sunday. I'll be there Saturday morning and Thursday morning a little bit. We'll be on the 12th.
Are you not going Friday?
Yeah, Friday all day. Saturday I'll cook breakfast and then probably go home. Sunday I'll be there at the other end, at the green end of the 12th, in the beach club.
Are you?
Is it the beach club?
I don't know. Hopefully you get a hole in one again this year.
No.
And you get to see it. Is Bert Kreischer going?
I don't think he's touring Australia at the moment.
Because you missed him and you were sad.
I definitely would like to have met him. The thing is, having a photo with Bert's not what I want. I want to have a 3-hour dinner with Bert and get fucked up and take some weed gummies and smoke some cigars and talk about shit. And you're not going to get that just by like, hey man, I wonder what he'd charge for that. He's an entrepreneur. Like
a label machine.
You know, dinner with Bert, one-on-one, 50 grand. I'd pay that. I reckon it'd be fucking hilarious. Kira just asked if I would like weed-coated grapes.
I'm going to start seeing shit soon.
You don't know what these are coated with.
No.
You reckon that sticker was the first time that's been peeled back?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, so we're on the 12th on the Friday. On the garden. I'm in the skybox, you're not.
No, that's fine.
That's fine. You're with your dad. You look after your dad. I don't want him in the skybox. He's a troublemaker.
Who am I with?
Mudge.
Yep.
Binder and his +1. And I've still got 3 tickets that I haven't dealt with. So I'm either going to sell them or I'll give them away. Whoa, fuck. This is great. We could give them away.
Remember when you tried selling your Live Golf package? No one bloody bought it.
Those 2 of those tickets would have been that.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So we had a package. It was $3.5 grand to come to live with me, get fucked up, corporate box, flights
and accommodation,
tour of Lawnhub, dinner with me. Thursday night? No, the Friday night after live. David Giddens just said Jonesy loves eating Clint's hemorrhoid grapes.
Mate, they are good.
Right.
Just need a little bit of
No,
cream.
he didn't say grapes. Just said Jonesy loves eating hemorrhoids.
Don't knock it till you try it, I suppose.
All right. We'll call it.
Cool. Are you going to take your bloody Scott Bonner home this weekend?
I don't have any room in my shed. I need to get rid of some mowers.
Yeah. Well, is that what you're doing this weekend? Cleaning your
I
shed?
don't really want to. I want to. I've got a 40th tomorrow night, which is concerning.
Where's that at?
Fuck, like Seacliff or somewhere.
That's so far away.
About the same distance as Gawler, just the other way.
Seacliff's way further.
Maybe it's Seaford.
Yeah, Seaford's not very good.
They're the same suburb in my mind. Like near Marino.
Yeah, that's fucking... Take a plane from Gawler to get there.
It's near me.
It's near Dillon, apparently.
Tay Evans said, come and sit on my lawn Actually, that didn't sound right. Come, feel free to sit on my lawn, Clint and Adam. Good view and heaps of beers. That would be interesting to do live podcasts from people's lawns. It's really all I want to do. Not the live podcast from people's lawns, but just do podcasts and get drunk every day. Like, if everything else is kind of sorted.
Why not, eh?
Anyway, alcohol's poison. Stop doing it. Good luck. Hopefully we're here next week and we haven't gone through into a World War III situation.
Well, we can't. We got the golf next week. It can happen after the golf. I don't give a fuck what happens after the golf.
Yeah, no, they won't have World War III before live.
No. The Saudis won't allow it.
That was cut. Keep it green. See ya.
See you later.